Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to my predictions video for the 2016 Extreme Rules pay-per-view coming up this Sunday on the WWE Network. So first up we have Rusev versus Callisto for the United States Championship. My assumption initially was that this match would end up on the pre-show, but it looks like Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin is going to be on the pre-show. But if this match was on the pre-show, it honestly wouldn't surprise me all that much. Does anybody honestly want to see this match or care to see this match at this point? The US title is pretty much back to being worth jack shit again, so it really doesn't matter if this match is on the pre-show. In my opinion, this match is just a pre-show piss break. But in the end, I do actually think Rusev will win the title here, just so the WWE can make themselves look like dumbasses yet again by having John Cena eventually return from injury yet again to feud with Rusev for the US title yet again, beat Rusev for the US title yet again, and go back to the weekly US Open challenges yet again. The Vaudevillians versus the New Day for the Tag Team Championship. Now, as far as the Vaudevillians go, I've been kind of mixed on these guys so far. They're definitely talented in the ring, but I don't really see this gimmick taking them very far in the long run, honestly. I was definitely surprised that these guys were brought up to the main roster, considering they were probably the least over tag team down in NXT, which I guarantee goddamn fucking T was a Vince McMahon decision. It's just the kind of monumentally buffoonish decision that Vince McMahon would make. This is one match that I could see going either way, honestly, but I'm leaning more towards the New Day, mainly because I just can't imagine even WWE considering the Vaudevillains even being remotely ready to be the tag team champions already. And next up we have Cesaro versus The Miz versus Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, I think this match will probably steal the show. Unless Reigns versus AJ ends up being better, which, believe it or not, is actually a possibility. But this match has been built up pretty well, unusually well, actually. And I do think that we'll get a worthy payoff here for this match. Kevin Owens has been on fire lately, as have all four of these guys. I think we can expect a shit ton of near falls, a shit ton of fun and creative spots, and in the end, it's really a toss-up as to who's going to win, which is a very good thing. In the end, I do think Miz will end up coming away with the win and retaining the title, just because I think Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Cesaro are going to get caught up in brawling with each other, and Miz is going to capitalize on that by somehow managing to slip away with the win. I feel like it'll be another Kurt Angle WWF champion type scenario where everybody in the match just gets obliterated at the end, and then Miz just comes crawling over and just gets one finger on somebody and manages to get the win. And it leaves people saying, holy shit, how the hell did Miz manage to survive with the Intercontinental Championship after that match? Charlotte versus Natalya in a submission match for the Women's Championship. Now, I'm going to start this off by saying I really don't stand what the thought process of having the contract signing for this match close Monday Night Raw this week was. It worked so well for Charlotte and Paige the last time they had a contract signing for a Divas match, closing the show, the go-home show for a pay-per-view. I am all for, this Divas Revolution thing. I'm all for bringing up the NXT women because they're all incredible and 90% of them are amazing. But this match has been horribly built. This has been the weakest match build-up for this entire card, and you have that be your final segment on the go-home show before the pay-per-view. It made no fucking sense to me whatsoever. It was just stupid. The segment was really stupid, in and of itself. It made no sense. It was pointless. It didn't make people any more invested in this feud. It didn't make people give any more of a shit about this match, and hopefully it'll be an actually decent match, because these two have had a great match in the past. Their NXT match was great, and the match at whatever that fucking Roadblock, that match was great. I mean, doing the Montreal screw job again with Charles Robinson screwing Natalya was just so fucking stupid and so out of left field. It just made no sense whatsoever. After everything that they went through to build up this Divas Revolution and, the comeback of women's wrestling, they take a big fat shit on it by rehashing a real-life moment from 2 decades ago. I mean, how many times are we gonna see fucking Montreal Screwjobs over and over and over again? Is the year gonna be fucking 2027? We're still gonna see Montreal Screwjobs on Monday Night Raw and on pay-per-views? It's fucking ridiculous. It makes no sense. Let it die. Charlotte wins. Move the fuck on to something else. Chris Jericho versus Dean Ambrose in an Asylum match. This is one of those feuds, again, that is just mind-boggling to me for a couple reasons. You know, number one, the feud is fucking stupid. They are feuding over a potted plant. So this company butt-fucks Dean Ambrose by having him look like a bedwetting toddler against Brock Lesnar at the biggest show of the year, fucking WrestleMania, biggest crowd of all time. And they have him look ridiculous in front of Brock Lesnar, make him look like a total bitch and get his ass whooped. And now they have him in a feud of the talk shows. They have him create this talk show specifically for this feud, just to go against Jericho's highlight reel. And we have this ridiculous banter back and forth for weeks between these guys. And talking about a fucking potted plant named Mitch. And the number one reason why this feud is so fucking stupid and makes no fucking sense, Dean Ambrose beat Chris Jericho. So I guess the seasoned veteran on the cusp of retirement has to get his win back, right? I don't think Dean is going to win, because that would be logical. So I'm going to go with Chris Dadbod Jericho for the win. And as far as this being an Asylum match, you know, I'm happy that they finally, after all this time, it's nice to see them create a brand new match. That's always an exciting thing. But as far as whether or not this match won't be another Count from Hell, that's anybody's guess. One thing I think we can all, agree on is that there's no fucking chance in hell that 2x4 and barbed wire is getting used. You fooled me once with that bullshit at WrestleMania. I'm not gonna fucking fall for it again. So now we have the main event. Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles in an Extreme Rules match for the WWE Championship. Now, I said in my Roman Reigns video I did last week that I've really loved the direction the WWE has taken Roman Reigns in as of late. With him walking the line between heel and face, that way the fans can feel justified in cheering him and some fans can feel justified in booing him. And also, like I said, they had an awesome match at Payback, and I have no doubt that they're going to have another awesome match at Extreme Rules. And I also have no doubt that this match is just going to be one giant clusterfuck from the get-go. Obviously, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are going to get involved in some way. Obviously, the Usos are going to get involved in some way. But the question on everyone's mind is, will there be a double cross of some kind? One of the reasons I've loved this feud so much is because we still don't know what exactly is going to happen. Will Anderson and Gallows turn on AJ? If they do, will they join up with Reigns, thus resulting in a Reigns heel turn? Will AJ turn heel and team up with Anderson and Gallows to screw Roman? Will Finn Balor debut? Nobody really knows, and that's exactly how it should be. No matter what happens, I see Reigns retaining the title, and I do see Gallows and Anderson turning on AJ. I think the most likely scenario is Anderson and Gallows turn on AJ and they leave it open at the end of the pay-per-view and leave people wondering, is Roman Reigns, was he in on this? Are they going? I don't think they're going to blatantly join up with Roman Reigns, but I think they're going to try and leave it open. I think it'll be a head-scratcher of an ending that is going to leave people talking and make people interested in watching Monday Night Raw the next night, which for the WWE at this point is a very good thing. So those are my thoughts on the upcoming WWE Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Leave a comment, let me know your thoughts on these matches and on the pay-per-view. Do you think Reigns is going to turn heel? Do you think AJ is going to turn heel? Do you think nobody's going to turn heel? So post your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video, share it wherever you can. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.